Grand Rising. You've successfully navigated some very challenging experiences, all with the leading guidance of your intuition. And what I was shown was you've broken a barrier, and now you're intuitively guided into unknown territory. See, you've been dealing with a codependent relationship, and you've been evolving. And now you have a beautiful codependent relationship with your intuition. No, it's not with anyone else. But that codependent relationship that you've developed with your intuition is the only healthy codependent relationship you could possibly develop. And because of the fact that you are now in unknown territory, intuitively guided, get ready for the best days of your life. Because see, this place that you're in now, this unknown territory, this is where all your hopes and dreams reside. They didn't live where you were before in your comfort zone. But I was shown that you broke the barrier. As soon as I rose, it was the first thing on my mind. So, get ready. Buckle up with your intuition. And be ready to be daring and bold and go where you have never gone before. Be ready for fulfillment and experiences that you had only hoped and dreamed of at one time. Now coming into your present experience. I'm fucking kidding. Beautiful night, beautiful light, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. I'm your hostess. I go by Melinda, NailFanatic, and I'm back to do the latest episode of The Download. So whose tarot reading is this? And if you're coming to Vegas and you need your nails done, go check out the website for that. It's linked on the tarot website on the other services tab. So let's see, what do we have happening in the shadow? Let's use the crystal reading cards. What do we have for the love and peace and happiness tribe at this time? Please and thank you. So thankful and grateful for the experience. What is happening in the shadow at this time? Let's see what we have. Ooh, okay, flat all the way out, flip all the way down to the floor. What we have happening in the shadow is forgiveness. Forgiveness is happening. This is in the shadow. So this is either happening, I heard subconsciously, secretly, or in a place of fear, in the energy of fear. This forgiveness is happening. So we're going to pull off the top of the deck and see more about this. Thank you, Maxine, for your donation. I just saw your $10 come through. Make sure when I get to the end and I ask for your question, you put that in then, okay? All right, so let's see what we have. What's happening in your 3D experience? Trust is come up. Trust. I had a conversation with a gentleman today. He's been with his wife for over 30 years. And I asked him, what would you say is the one thing that helped you to gain 30 years with the same person? And his one-word answer that he later on, of course, went to elaborate upon was trust. Trust. Trust was everything. He said she didn't even speak English, but she knew that I loved her, and I knew that she loved me, and that was all that mattered, and we trusted in that. So, trust. In the place of desire, we have manifestation. Manifestation coming up. In the place of your actions, we have joy. Joy. In your heart space, we have learning, having new experiences and learning. And In your conversation, empowerment. Very empowering conversation. In your knowing what you know, you have ancient wisdom. Wow. Just wow. You have ancient wisdom in your knowing. I love that. How empowered you are. And empowerment coming in your conversation. What is Spirit trying to get you to see at this point? Fertility. What? It's ripe to birth something new. All right. So let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Foundation of it all. Patience. You've waited so long for this. You're trusting in your experience. You're trusting in your guidance. You are putting all your energy towards manifestation. You're hoping that what you are working towards, which will bring you much joy, manifests for you. And you're learning about your emotions. You're building emotional intelligence. Well, look at you. I love. You're talking about empowering things. Your conversation is extremely empowering. You're empowering somebody else with your conversation. Anytime the conversation takes a downturn, you flip it back to empowerment. Praise. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. So you have ancient wisdom that you know ancient wisdom. The ancient wisdom is in you. You contain it, you hold it, you channel it through. You're sharing that in an empowering way with others as well. And it's interesting because all of this comes through with the forgiveness. So you could have been afraid to forgive. Were you afraid to forgive? Were you concerned, is this a place where I need to forgive? Have you been working hard to forgive yourself for some choices and decisions that you had made, or someone else in your experience? Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh my God, it smells so good. You've been learning, very powerfully learning. Spirit wants you to know that you're in the birthing process at this time. You are birthing new experiences for you. Mm-hmm. Yes. Powerful combo. All right. We're going to get some more messages for you. Let's get this incense burning. Forgot to put my incense on before. And I'm loving reading with the incense burning. And the Palo Santo and white sage as well. Just for those who are curious. What you doing? What you burning over there, Melinda? What you burning? Okay. All right. So let's see what else we have. Let's go into, oh, yes, please and thank you. The Psychic Tarot for the Heart. We'll use the Psychic Tarot for the Hearts to further clarify this experience for you. What's happening for the Love, Peace, and Happiness tribe at this time, please and thank you. Perfect messages for my Love, Peace, and Happiness tribe at this time. What do you have? All right. So what's happening in the shadow? We had forgiveness, now being clarified with love. So we're talking about a love thing. It's a whole love experience. And forgiveness is coming up. It's in the shadow. There could be some fear around this forgiveness. But love is on the table in the shadow. So for someone, your love experience is triggering your shadow energies, your fears and your worries and your bad ideas and habits, because win or lose, there was some sort of argument in the past and you were displaying some patience in this. So let's see what we have coming out to clarify trust. Trust is showing up in your 3D experience with love abounds, the Ace of Cups. You're trusting in this opportunity for new love. You're trusting in a new love opportunity. You're trusting in your heart. You're trusting in self-love even, because self-love is what opens you up to receive love that's being given from an external source, as a matter of fact. Because thank you. Come through. Spirit coming through, saying, if you don't have self-love, it will cause you to react and run from love from another. One moment. All right. Coming out in the place of desire with manifestation, what do we have? Challenging times. So I hear you want somebody who will go through the challenging times with you. You don't want somebody who's just going to quit the minute things get difficult. If you learn nothing else in life, you know that things come with challenge, and that in life there are different challenges that must be met. You want someone in your experience who will stand and meet the challenge with you, not work against you, is what I hear. In the place of your actions, what you are doing, the course that you are pursuing, you have joy, and it is being clarified by the Shine card, which in the major arcana and traditional tarot represents the sun. So this is about you are choosing to embrace the conscious awareness that you have. You are choosing to embrace joy. You're choosing your path of joy. If it makes you happy, you'll go for it. That's what I see. If it makes you happy, you'll go for it. In your heart space, you have learning coming out with opportunity beckons. So opportunity beckons, the Four of Cups energy. The way you, thank you. This long ago, Spirit said, when an opportunity comes your way, it's either a good opportunity or a bad opportunity in your mind. What are you perceiving about this opportunity? Because the way in which you receive it is the way it will move forward, especially as it applies to love in this experience, okay? So even if, let's say somebody thought to themselves, I've manifested a beautiful opportunity in love, and then things don't go the way you would have liked them to. Does that mean then that it is not a beautiful opportunity in love? Spirit says no. It means that you're learning through the contrast. And in romantic connections, that is one of the prime opportunities that you have to learn through contrast. So two people, just because they love each other and they have these moments where they're dancing together and doing all this stuff, do not necessarily mean that these two are always going to, in every instance, feel this way. Okay. Let's see what we have on your conversation. We have empowerment, and coming out with that, we see believe and succeed. This is Six of Wands energy. So in your conversation, you're looking at overcoming challenges and obstacles, and you're in your empowerment. You're in your power. Love it, love it, love it. You're speaking out opportunity. You're speaking out empowerment. You're speaking out awareness. Some are not aware of that which you speak, but you're creating that awareness by speaking it out, creating that awareness of what's available. Interesting. Shout out to Maxine, our first commenter of the night. Hello, Chim. Christina, so thankful and grateful. And let's go ahead and see what else we have here. In what you're knowing, you had the Ancient Wisdom card, and I was like, wow, that's awesome. And what else you have knowing is that you are healing. You know that in this love connection by forgiveness, not only do you free the other person, but more importantly, you free yourself from shackles to judgments, ideas, and experiences that are no longer here. You open up opportunity for learning. Somebody here is choosing to learn because of the love in their heart. It's creating a learning for them. All right, let's see what Spirit wants you to know. Came out with fertility, and now seek the truth. It's the Seven of Swords energy. So I'm hearing there is fertility in following the divine plan and seeing beyond the outer layers by looking deeper. There is fertility there. You are birthing something new because you're choosing to look and dig deeper at this time. At the bottom of this deck, we had win or lose. So this has to do, this digging deeper is about something that having to do with disagreement, a conflict of interest, two who do not feel or see the same way. Okay. I'm asking what deck am I going to use next? They're saying the Soul Journey lesson cards. So the Soul Journey lesson cards embellish upon this reading. Let's add another layer, please. And thank you. What do we have in the shadow at this time? Some of you received, who asked for download notifications, received shadow notifications. By the time I realized I was setting off from the wrong mailing list, it was, I had already sent so many. So if you are newly receiving the Tarot in the Shadows notifications and you want to continue to receive that, go ahead and send shadows back to me in the text and I'll add you to that list as well. So what's happening in the shadows? I can release my need to control. You're offering surrender at this time. This is happening in the shadow. You're surrendering to love and forgiveness. What a beautiful energy. So what's happening in your physical 3D experience? We have worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Love abounds. You must trust in the fact that love abounds. Trust in the love that is here for you. Trust in the love that Spirit is bringing to you at this time. There is something beneficial in every one of these spiritual experiences. At the bottom of the deck is envy. And it says, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. So this difficulty, this argument, this disagreement that required much patience came because two people have different types of challenges. There could have been, a challenge in between two people for not understanding one another, or somebody was triggered, their insecurities were triggered. Somebody's insecurity is being triggered here. But worry is coming up in the 3D experience. So somebody has an opportunity for love. Love abounds. Trust in yourself. You may not be able to trust in nobody else, but you could trust in you. And it's fitting that at the beginning of this, I played the recording of my codependent relationship. So were you listening to that? The codependent relationship is with your intuition. As long as you and your intuition are ride or die, like you're good. You're going to be good. So in the desire, we have growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. So what you're looking for is to grow through the challenging times, because you do have challenging times here as well as manifestation. You're growing through a situation that you've manifested that brings in some challenging times. It brings in some challenges. Now, challenges are like resistance when you go to the gym and you lift weights. See, if you don't have any resistance, then the muscles will not grow. The muscles will not grow. But you go to the gym to use resistance. Likewise, these relationships are your spiritual gym for your soul evolution and your spiritual growth and soul evolution, right? So here, what you're doing is you're wanting to grow through this experience that is bringing you some challenging times. So I would say, how are you communicating? Are you asking the important questions? Are you waiting for the answers? Are you asking questions and giving answers to the one who you're in this experience with? Somebody says, hey, I don't like it when you do this. I feel like this when you do this. Or somebody's just telling, maybe they don't usually have a tendency to tell you what it is that makes them feel triggered, but they'll tell you, you make me feel like shit. So do you react to the comment, or do you respond with an empowering question, because empowerment is in your conversation, and what you say, okay, well, what is it that I'm doing Give me some specifics that is making you feel like shit, because maybe there's something I need to know about that. I want to understand your perspective. In other words, are you reaching out to understand their perspective? I say yes, because what you're doing, you have freedom. I possess the power and the free will to choose my own happiness. And that came out with joy and shine. So this is what you're doing. You're choosing to shine your light, to keep your heart open, to believe in the power of love, to believe in trust in your intuition and your spiritual guidance, to choose joy for yourself. If it makes you happy, then you're going to choose it. What's going on in your heart? We had opportunity beckons and we had learning. So in your heart space, you have plenty of opportunity, right, to learn so much about yourself, which is what this life is all about. And from the soul journey lessons cards, we have abundance. I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. So you are looking at your own abundance in love. You know that you've manifested this opportunity as a safe space to learn and evolve your soul. How beautiful that is. In your conversation, you had empowerment and believe in it, succeed. And now, matching the bottom of the crystal reading cards, this card says patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. So in empowerment, with your belief and with your successful awareness of your own being, your own way, you are trusting in the divine order in your life. You know that every bit of challenge coming your way is an opportunity to expand your awareness, to heal some energies within you. And we're going to talk more about healing in this next position. And you know that, and you're speaking about this. So you're speaking calmly. I hear with patience coming out. You are in such an empowered state that where you used to, for example, fly off the handle in a rage and lose your shit, flash on a motherfucker. You're speaking calmly. You're having the conversation. You're asking the important questions, getting the clarity and communicating your thoughts and your feelings to somebody who's willing to listen, is what it looks like. So in your knowing, we had ancient wisdom and heal with the star card. You're protected. You're safe. This is a safe space for you to heal. And to add to that, from the soul journey lesson cards, we have trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. And again, that goes perfectly with the channel message that I played at the beginning of the session for the first 2 minutes. Make sure you listen to that again. And some of y'all really just need to listen to this whole message again. Okay. Trust came out somewhere else. I swore I saw. Yes, it did in the 3D experience. We had trust from the crystal reading cards as well. So this is your knowing. I'm hearing these two trust cards are correlating your knowing to your 3D experience, and you know that you can trust in what you're doing with. You know that you don't have to sit in the energy of worry. You know that ancient wisdom here is affording you the opportunity to take an experience and evolve it into healing for not only yourself, but the other. And as I spoke during today's download, the earlier message that I did live today, we spoke about, even if you don't get to see the physical evidence of it, when you heal yourself, the other person involved in the experience also receives that energetically in their spirit. Their 5D body feels that and receives it, and it begins to trickle into the frontal lobe, into the 3D experience, should they choose to allow it. If they do not, it will knock on the side of their brain until it gets through. And it will never go away. It will always be part of their energy because you chose to heal the relationship in the energy of love and forgiveness. What Spirit wants you to know, you had seek the truth, the 7 of Swords, and fertility. And we also have fear coming out. I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy and love. So some of you are really fucking afraid to love again. And I hear Daniel, Caesar, and Brandy. If you can take my hand, I promise we'll find love again. Love again. Yeah. If you can, take my hand. I promise we'll find love again. And so that's the thing. You and this person together can find love again. There's got to be some forgiveness. You got to surrender to forgiveness. You got to surrender to love if you really want this to happen. So let's look at the energy of the situation at this time. Show me what we need to know about this situation. I'm going to use the Hermetic Tarot to get some more in this situation between you and another. I'm hearing 3 cards, past, present, and future. So past, present, and future. Past was the moon. Fear, unknown information, secrets. The moon, also romance, beautiful nights under the stars and moonlight. In the current energy of this experience, we have the hangman, a sacrifice being made, seeing things from another perspective, a need to see things from the other side of the table or from the other perspective. Also, this is about some sort of delay. Something's been on hold. Somebody here in this energy of the hangman, it's like the universe says, you're not moving yet. Hold on for a minute. You're not done here yet. You might have thought you were finished in this experience, but there's more here for you to gain. And what's unfolding here is a temperance card. This is about achieving balance, internal balance, spiritual balance. And if you don't know about me and twin flames, what I've channeled is the twin flame relationship is more about you than it is about any external person. See, it's about who can trigger you to the most healing and spiritual evolution and self-empowerment of your authentic nature, which is love. At the bottom of the deck here, we have the Ace of Swords. So truth came out recently. Okay? Truth came out recently. That which was hidden was revealed. The truth became known. Now things are at another perspective. And temperance, this is a union. And another thing I want you to know is, because this is the energy of the situation, you may feel like, why? Why am I willing to work on this? Why am I willing to do this? Because, there's some fear about falling in love, but here you go, gung-ho. And the thing of it is, there are all majors. The only thing that happened was the truth came out and you saw the truth. That was the only part you played in this experience. At this point, the past, present, and future of this connection are in God's hands, Spirit's hands. The universe got this connection. Larger energies are at play in this connection. This is not about your choosing, or is it about their choosing? This is about there's a divine purpose to this, okay? And that makes sense because what Spirit wants you to know is seek the truth. And that is 7 of Swords energy. And that is my trust in the divine plan energy as well. So let's look at the other side of the table. We'll take past, present, and future on the other side of the table. And we'll use the Eye of Love Tarot to do this for that side of the table, past, present, and future in this experience, please. And thank you. And then I'll be looking at some oracle cards and going into your personal mini messages. Some of you want to know how to send me your minimum of $10 donation to have your personal question answered with my tarot cards at the end of this live session. And you're here while the rectangle says live. These are the ways, so screenshot that, handle your pays. And when I ask you, please put your question, ready your question to just hit send so I can see your question and begin. All right, so on the other side of the table, please, and thank you. What do we have on the other side of the table, please? And thank you. Show me the other side of the table. Okay, we have, interesting, the cards, all 3 fell out. So bottom of the deck on the other side of the table, what it was on the other side of the table was the Queen of Wands. So this is who it is. It's Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, feminine energy for someone here. And in the past, we had 8 of Swords stuck in their head, going round and round and round. Or is it that they're very focused? In a lower vibration, this person creates a prison of their own making. They keep finding themselves in the same situation because they kept pressing the button on the past on the same thing and making it now. They didn't have to do that. Okay, in the current energy for this person on the other side of the table, what do we have? It's the 4 of Cups. So in the current energy, they have an opportunity. This opportunity back ends matches the energy in your heart space that we had come up. Four of Cups energy. So they have an opportunity here. Okay. The heart is active. Four of Cups is heart energy for sure in the current space. And in the unfolding, we have the Devil. The Devil is temptation. It's about sex. It's about addictions. It's about codependency. It's about bad behaviors, lying, cheating, stealing. It's about feeling stuck. It's about being compelled. It's about control, feeling controlled, feeling like you have no free will, no choice in a matter. Let's see what we have on your side of the table for this past, present, and future spread that we're pulling. What do we have? For the love and peace and happiness tribe. Whose tarot reading is this? Who is this person that I'm talking about? Who is this? Somebody on the other side of the table is going to be rejecting an opportunity with you and going into an experience with a Capricorn. Just so that you know, that just came through for somebody in particular. This could happen during the time of Sagittarius. I don't usually like to do timing readings, but they gave it to me, so there it is. Okay. What do we have on this side of the table? Past, present, and future energies, please, and thank you. Waiting for the first card to fall. Okay, they said, nope, just take those. Start here. I'm like, okay. In the past, the World. Somebody was stuck in their head and they actually shut you out, but it was actually a leveling up for you. It turned out that all that did was cause you to advance even further. When they shut you out because they were stuck in their head, stuck in jail, for someone here, ooh, okay, I'm picking up another side story. Somebody ended up in jail recently in the past. You don't know about this, but what you do know is you're free, baby, and you're feeling differently now. You're free from an experience. Okay, in the current energy, the Four of Cups, somebody doesn't like what they have. But on your side of the table, we have Justice. So somebody having an opportunity here, but justice is in the play, in the works for you. And for the unfolding on your side of the table, we have the Nine of Emotions. This is about wish fulfillment for you. So it appears to me to be that there is some wish fulfillment coming up for you. Somebody's going to be stuck. Somebody's going to be stuck in jail, incarcerated, in prison, stuck in their bad habits. I do see somebody moving on from a connection. That could be happening right now because justice is here. Your past and your present situation in this connection, if this is you, the universe is in control. They were totally pulling the strings on this thing. Okay. The Nine of Cups in your unfolding, saying you're getting wish fulfillment, but it also talks about you being emotionally satiated by your own self. With your two best friends, yourself and you, maybe, but that's about it, right? Nine of Cups. And in the experience is Temperance. So that is having learned what you need to do. So for somebody, you're giving a relationship a shot and you're going to find that it's the same old song all over again. Somebody's going to fall for temptation. Again, the bottom of the deck here is the Seven of Materials. And this says in the past, you've actually already let go of this experience because you realize, you know what? I've kind of done all I can do here. I'm just going to tend to my own garden. There's really not much I can do here. So you just kind of let it go and move forward. So let's close out this general free message with a card from the Mahabharata Oracle for you. Let's see what we have. You know that you love. You know that you surrender to love and forgiveness. So there's nothing wrong if you surrender to love and forgiveness and somebody fucks up again. And, you know, in your own emotional stability and emotional independence with your beautiful emotional intelligence, you keep yourself happy and balanced and move forward. From the Mahabharata Oracle, we have Desire. It's card number 3. Let's read from the book. 3 is the number of creativity for me. Vesica Pisces energy, creation energy. Okay, mother, father, child, father, son, Holy Ghost, etc. It goes on and on and on. There are so many trinities. Okay. So Hidimba a half demon, half woman, represents the she-devil of ancient times. Hidimba was sent to kill the Pandavas, but upon arriving at their cottage, Kama, or Cupid, struck her and she became attracted to Bhima, one of the Pandava brothers. She wanted to marry him, but Bhima was very determined to combat and kill her brother. There was a thorn to be dealt with on her path to love. She hatched a plot to trap her brother by tricking him and paving the way for Bhima to kill him. Thus Bhima ultimately killed her brother and married Hidimba. Hidimba knew what she wanted, was determined to get it at any cost, and sacrificed her own brother to fulfill her desire. In an age where self-sacrificing women were the epitome of femininity, Hidimba set an example that it is not wrong to desire things for yourself, even as a woman. When this card appears, it means that you have such strong desires that you are willing to sacrifice something or anything in order to fulfill them. You may experience a strong yearning, an overwhelming longing, an eagerness to obtain someone or something. Your heart is set on a certain target, and you wish to use all your resources to achieve it. Whether it is love or something else you desire, you are determined to find a way to achieve it. By thinking outside the box, you may access an idea that proves fruitful. So you're willing to give something up because something that you want is such a strong desire that you must have it. And everything you're doing, you're willing to make whatever sacrifices are necessary. The nectar is at the bottom of the deck. Whatever this is that you have been through in the past, there's something very sweet. You found something very sweet, and now here you are. I do see on the other side of the table, like this person could turn out to be your wish fulfillment, because the devil doesn't only have low attributes. Well, all tarot cards, newsflash, all tarot cards have higher vibrations and lower vibrations. And the higher vibration, as a matter of fact, the highest vibration of the devil tarot card is materialistic wish fulfillment. It's an abundance of everything you could possibly want. It's where you have so much that even others are compelled and drawn to you because you have so much energy, so much panache, so much pizzazz, so much money, so much good food, so much good sex, so much good time, so much talent, so much to offer. There's so much here. Okay, and somebody here really wants to bring that to you, and I believe that because right underneath that devil card, we have your wish fulfillment. So somebody is stuck. They're enticed. I hear, why are you so obsessed with me? Somebody here could be completely obsessed with you. And who are you obsessed with? You're obsessed with yourself. Good on you. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. If this connection is meant for you, I see that you are going to be getting to know this person, spending time, blending energies, getting to have some intimate companionship with somebody here, okay? So that's what we have for your tarot reading. Whose tarot reading is this? Is it your tarot reading? Where are you in the world? What are you doing? What is going on in your life? And let's see, we have a donation came through my phone for Maxine. Maxine, go ahead and put your question into the comment box. Thank you so much for your $10 donation. If anyone else needs to send your donation and send your question in, get that done ASAP while I'm finishing Maxine's, and we'll add you to the list. Other than that, I hope you've enjoyed your free tarot reading tonight. Let's see what question Maxine has for me. All right. While I'm waiting for her question, I'm being guided to pull from the Divine Energy Oracle some additional closing messages. Let's see. What is the final closing message for the tribe? And then we'll pull for Maxine personally. Final closing message for the tribe, please, and thank you for this free tarot reading about forgiveness, love, growth through challenges, healing. Okay, what do we have? Admit your vulnerabilities. I told you there was an important conversation. It was very empowering happening here. Admit your vulnerabilities. What is it that makes you vulnerable? What is it that causes you to get triggered? And sometimes your responses, I learned that sometimes your responses to being triggered, like for example, my proclivity that I've been working to mature from was to explode in a rage, to become violent. That's what all I was shown as a child growing up. So it's taken well over 20 years of learning to control that rage. So when I become emotionally overwhelmed, I shut down. Don't want to talk. Don't want to discuss anything. And if I'm pushed and pushed and pushed to talk when I've decided that I'm at my breaking point and I don't want to go ape shit on somebody, I don't want to flash on somebody, and I want to become the witch from the basement, so let me just shut down. If somebody pushes, it's extremely hard for me to avoid that natural tendency. And so in order to avoid that, I push people away. So I know that about myself. What is it you've learned about yourself? All right, so for Maxine, we're going to pull for you. She wants divine guidance, okay? So if you have a subject, put something about what subject we're talking about. Otherwise, I'm just going to be able to channel something very general for you unless they give me something specific. What just happened? I remember I was doing one of these for Norma Jean, and they gave me like a whole word. Oh, no, it wasn't even for Norma Jean. It was in a general. They gave me a word. Norma Jean was the one that commented. She was like, yeah, that's a Maori word. And she was like, it's my grandma. I'm like, oh, shit. Wow, I didn't even know the language and I was channeling. So for Maxine, what is the most important message for Maxine at this time, please and thank you? Ooh, coming right out. Creativity. Where are you focusing that beautiful mind of yours, baby? Because you are in a creative energy. We spoke about Vesica Pisces briefly, the trinity of creation. Creativity is here. So the bottom of the deck, we have strength. You have a vision, you have an idea. You're standing in your power. You have the creative energy here. Let me get a bit of guidance for you. I need another tarot deck. Let's use the Light Seers Tarot to get some guidance about this creativity for Maxine, please and thank you. Okay, it says, persist in your idea that you're focused upon and meditating upon. Okay, because Spirit is going to show up and guide you and entice you towards it. You just have to trust in the journey, trust, and be willing to follow and take that risk when Spirit calls you. Your intuition is on point, it's working, and you are receiving that spiritual guidance. You have that spiritual sight. Trust in this. This is what we have for you at this time. So thankful and grateful to be of service, and thank you so much for your donations. I appreciate each and every one of you. Until next time, sending you so much love and peace and happiness. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Little bebé.